Hello, good evening, friend. Now let us see the question number 6.4 of the metallurgy. The question is saying that is explain zone refining and column chromatography. So, dear student, let us see what is the meaning of zone refining. Zone refining is one of the best refining for the semiconductors. Okay, so by this method, zone refining, we prepare the semiconductors like that silicon is there, germanium is there, boron is there, like this kind of the elements get the refined. So that is in the zone refining. Let us read out the slide, student. This method is based on the principle that impurities are more soluble in the molten state of metal than in the solid state. In the process of zone refining, a circular mobile heater is fixed at the one end of a rod of impure metal. As the heater moves, the molten zone of the rod also moves with it. As a result, pure metal crystallizes out. The impurities pass into the adjacent molten zone. This process is repeated several times, which leads to the segregation of impurities at one end of the rod. Then the end with the impurities is cut off. Silicon, boron, gallium, indium, etc. can be purified by this method. Here the simple diagram is there, student. Let us read out this on the board, student. To better understanding, let us come on the board, student. So what they are saying is, student, they are saying that is the principle. They are saying that is whatever the impurities are there, they are soluble in the molten state. Okay, and that is the pure. This is the impure metal rod. Okay, and this impure metal rod, with this impure metal rod, what we are going to do, we are tightening this rod with what, student? I am tightening this rod with the circular heater. This is the circular heater. You can understand, student, circular heater. Now, student, in this circular heater, what is there? This metal is what is impure metal. This rod is impure metal. So what will happen, student? This circular heater will be moving like this, and at the end, the next diagram, if you try to understand, student, so that is whatever the molten impurities are there, student, impurities will flown in the molten zone. Here is this zone. Suppose this is the molten zone. Now when the heater will move, student, suppose the heater reaches out here. So if the heater reaches out, student, so what you will be able to get? Okay, what you will be able to get? So you will be able to get here, that is the molten zone will be there, molten impurities. So that is, these molten impurities will be what is there, student? These molten impurities will be cut out with the something, with the tool you have to cut out. And this side, this is whatever this region will be there, student. This region is pure metal crystal. This is the what is, student? This region is pure metal crystal. This up to this region, pure metal crystal. So what the meaning they are saying is, student, this is the zone refining is the impure metal rod you have to take, then use circular heater we have to pass out from one corner to another corner. So that is, it will when the heater will move to the right direction, so impurities will be melted out. Okay, and pure metal will be the what is the crystallizes here. So that is what the principle is saying, that is impurities are more soluble in the molten state than the solid state. That is what the principle is all about, student. What are the example, student? What is the example? If you go, that is silicon is there, the gallium is there, even the germanium is there, and what are other are there, student? Boron is there. Okay, this method, indium is there. This method, so many elements get purified. This method is also known as ultra purification or ultra refining method also. Now let us move with the another method, that is they are saying column chromatography. This is also very easy, student, that we have to do in the 12th standard practical also. That is what the column chromatography is saying. Let us read out the slide, then I will try to explain on the board, student. So column chromatography is the technique used to separate different component of a mixer. Okay, it is a very useful technique used for purification of element available in the minute quantity. It is also used to remove the impurities that are not very different in chemical properties from the element to be purified. Chromatography is based on the principle that different components of a mixture are differently adsorbed on the adsorbent. What the principle they are saying, again you read out, student. Chromatography is based on the principle that different component of the mixture are differently adsorbed on the adsorbent. In this chromatography there are two phases, mobile phase and stationary phase. The stationary phase is mobile and the immiscible. Al2O3 column chromatography is usually used as the stationary phase, okay, as the stationary phase in the column chromatography. The mobile phase may be gas, liquid, or supercritical fluid in the same extract is dissolved. Then the mobile phase is forced to move through the stationary phase. The component that is more strongly adsorbed on the column takes a longer time to travel through it than the component that is weakly adsorbed. The adsorbed component are then removed, eluted using the suitable solvent eluent. Now let us see the diagram, student. That is this is the column chromatography. In the first case, mixture of component is taken. Okay. Now this mixture is containing so many component, which is in the second when they adsorb differently and they form the two different layer. Now you come and see on the board, student, for better understanding. So what is there, student? Column chromatography. Here I am doing also diagram. You can understand easily, student. So they are saying that is, this is the, firstly you take the column, okay, of the metal or the non-metal also you can take, like that glass also. And in this metal, in this column, what we have to fill, student? This is the this we have to fill this column with what, student? If you try to understand, this column has to be filled by the non-mobile phase. This column is also known as non-mobile phase. Non-mobile phase. Non-mobile phase, student, this is also known as stationary phase. Stationary phase. Stationary phase. Now in this stationary phase you put, that is, some colored substance. Or non-colored substance also you can keep, student. So in the next phase we know that his principle is saying that is different component adsorb differently on the adsorbent. Student, in any color is made up of the different component, that is different color. So what will happen, student? That is, in the next step you will find, that is next step in this mobile phase. In the stationary phase is made up of what, student? That is, either you can say that is silica gel, okay, generally we use silica gel, or what we use, student, another things also we use, that is charcoal. You can use the charcoal also, these things. Now, student, if you are coming here, this diagram, if you talk about this diagram, student, so what you will be able to find here, you check out, student, this structure for the better understanding. So this structure, this component, one component, suppose black spot you drop here, black color. So black color is made up of the some other color, several other color. This will be forming, that is, this is forming the different color. They will form, that is, different zone, student. Suppose one component will be here, is the student, that will absorb less, and one more component will be there, some other component A. This is the component A. And another component, what will that? This is the component B. Suppose this is more adsorb, that is the component B. Student, what will be happening here? Component and component B. What will happen? Here is tap is bottom, in the tap is there, student. You open the tap, and one by one component will be get separated separately with the help of eluent. Okay, so this is all about the column chromatography, student. Column chromatography means two components are there, A, B. They will adsorb differently. Some will absorb less, so it will be on top. Some will adsorb more, that is will come in the little down. So different component adsorb differently. When you are putting in the adsorbent, so they will form the different layer of the component, and which can be separated with the help of the opening of the tap. This is all about question 6.4, fourth number. Thank you so much for watching, friends.